Looking to give, looking for room. He has the burst and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Under fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Syracuse. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Yeah, you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now, forcing a third down.
They are looking to get the edge with this one on the top. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
Syracuse looking for the fourth down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Orange.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. They'll run for it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Easy. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's hooked. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. To give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've already put a couple of scores up and they look to add to it on this drive. Dropping back, it's Newton. He makes the grab. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Finding an escape route. There he goes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cuse.
Now, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet here.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Virginia has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there, and now we have ourselves a blowout. They're up 14 over Kansas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And the Bulls want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got a man. It's Monroe. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick pass on the fly motion. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Never a doubt they lead the offense on the field. 4th and short from the 48. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10.
Green 25.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. At the 20, he's got space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got a man. Touchdown, Syracuse. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Yoder. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Bulls lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
42, Spider. Go.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. They get him down at the 36, it will be a first down.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bulls in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it through the air. Pulls it in. It's hooked. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And here's the third interception of the night. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Back to throw, it's Newton. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Okay.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Slab.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. On the run, deep down the right side. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, You roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the roll.
And down the middle. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking to pass. It's Newton. Not able to hook up the air. Incomplete.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not going near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of a quarterback. And are his feet set where now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football? And you could tell his feet weren't set. He was drifting a little bit.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Orange will have to punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Second down coming up.
29 filling. 2-9 filling.
The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. All kinds of room to the right. And the eluded the defense and he'll take it away. Touchdown, South Florida. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Lasso! Lasso!
To the air. It's Newton. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. And still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get another rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take out from here.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. Oh, he's got some space. Pushed through behind his pad. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're going to run it. They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and now they have a decision to make. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. Finds a crease at the 20. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. It's 2nd and 2.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. He'll try to take it back.
Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Georgia State. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Grabbed in the middle. It's Worley. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Quick catch on 3rd down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. That's caught. It's Monroe. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Give to the back. For a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Knocked down in the backfield. And boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On target to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and I tell you what, just trust your guy. You know, you got your guy running a corner route. It's man-to-man coverage. Throw it up top. Let him catch it on top of his head. Really nice job by the receiver going and getting that thing.
They'll try the run. Got some room after the goal. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that. But your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
To the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. Got room at the 35. Dashing the D on the right. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it on the move. Touchdown Orange. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I know this offense had some question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he's been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have wrecked these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, you've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense can have some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. to the sticks. It's Camara. Headed to the end zone. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cuse.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he tacks on the extra point. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Going right to work up top. Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Oregon has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 27 over Utah State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that. He hurls one deep down the left side. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Cricket.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Tight end now in motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that is his extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Hand off from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.